Hey everyone, I'm here this week talking about what I've been reading, what I currently finished, and what I'll be reading next. I might do these every week, maybe every other week, depending on, one, how much I finish, and if it gets into like a good rhythm. I also want to write book reviews, but I love being able to give feedback verbally and vocally to you all. So I'll be probably going back and forth between doing a booktube video about these reviews and what I've been reading and Instagram stories. Also, don't mind me, I just got back from a walk. It's about 80 degrees here and it's around like 10:30 in the morning, somewhere around there. So a little warm, but I had to get outside and get some steps in to break up the workday a little bit. Anyway, here are the books that I wanted to share with y'all today. First, we have The Girls of Atomic City by Denise Kiernann, and this one I just finished this past weekend and I absolutely loved it. It is a history of Oak Ridge, Tennessee, which was a government reservation building during World War II, so between the years of 1943 and 1945. And these women, and there was also men there, but it's mainly about the women who contributed to the war with a lot of their skill sets. So we had admin assistants, we had chemists, folks that went to college, but it was very interesting because it alternated between their stories. It was told in a very narrative form, and then like articles and like explaining the atom bomb and tube alloy and what they were doing at this reservation. I'm not usually a fan of history books, but this was gifted to me a few years ago. Oops, I'm just getting around to it now. But if it's told in a narrative form, like I was mentioning, then I'm all for it. And the storytelling here from the different women's perspectives and what they experienced before coming to the reservation and getting like recruited while they were there, and then after the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, the first one, they learned what they were contributing to, because they were in the dark for most of it. So highly recommend if you want a different perspective for the World War II I guess history or genres. I try to stay away from a lot of historical dramas as it comes to World War II because they are usually pretty emotional. This one had a different kind of emotion, but it wasn't like other books that I've read, like the Nightingale and books like that are really in the throng of Germany and France and England during the war and like Holocaust and things like that. Next up, we have Britt-Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. Have my fun little smiley face bookmark here, and this I've been enjoying so much. I'm about that much, so almost a half. I hope to finish it today, but it's hilarious. If you've read any of Fredrik Backman's stories in the past, I've read A Man Called Ove, and then My Grandmother Told Me to Tell You She's Sorry, and then he has another one coming out called Anxious People that comes out in September. This story is about a woman named Britt-Marie, and she's going through a divorce because her husband had a heart attack while in the midst of a mistress. So not doing too great, but Britt-Marie is very much kind of like a very organized person, very particular, and doesn't really show a lot of emotion and doesn't understand like sarcasm or humor that much, but she is worried about dying alone. So she goes to this job placement center and finds this job in the middle of nowhere. It's called Borg, and it's full of interesting characters that she doesn't know how to, or like what to make of them yet, and she's getting to know them, and they're really breaking down her shell of like being organized and being in control of everything. I always love Fredrik Backman's writing. It's very simple, but it also has like little quips or just like little bits of humor that you have to like pay attention to and like think about a little bit more. But I think because I'm used to his writing, I just love the style so much. So like I said, I hope to finish this later today, maybe tomorrow, and then probably pre-order his new book, Anxious People. Last book I have is Fates and Furies by Groff, and this, was originally on my Bout of Books week-long readathon, and as we know from that didn't go so well, and I only finished like 1.5 books, one of which was on the list. But this is about marriage and loyalty, and I'm looking forward to diving into this because it also has won a lot of awards and was also on Barack Obama's reading list. This might take me into June. It's the end of May right now. Let's see. The type is a little small, and it's about almost 400 pages, so we'll see if I can get to this. As soon as I finish the Britt-Marie Was Here, I'll move right into this, and then I also have an audiobook that I want to dive into as well. Anyway, those are the books that I have finished reading, am currently reading, and will hope to read. Let me know below if you've read any of these or what you're going to be planning to read this week. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for other videos like this. And I hope you all have a great week and happy reading.